Yo, it's your boy Wes the Tech here to bring you another one of my personal favorite tech tips to help you as an artist grow in your craft. Now, today we're going to go over how AI will change the music industry, all right? So if you're a recording artist who's looking into AI and you want to understand more about it and how it will actually affect the music industry moving forward, then this is the perfect video for you, because in this video, I'm going to go over everything that you need to know about AI when it comes to the music industry and how it will affect it moving forward. Now, before I continue, I definitely want to let you guys know about my free music business checklist that's available on my website right now. This is for any one of you guys who's looking into starting your own music business, but don't quite know where to start, all right? With this free tool, you'll actually be able to identify 3 things that you could do right away to start your own music business. So if you want to grab that free tool, you can click on the link above. I'll also leave the link in the descriptions below, all right? Now, let's talk about AI. First and foremost, as you guys probably are already aware, AI is pretty much seeping into everything. We're hearing it more in pretty much every industry that you could absolutely imagine, and it's pretty much here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, all right? So all of those movies back in the day, like the Terminator and stuff like that, that stuff is coming eventually. Like at some point, it's gonna get here because AI is here, it's present, and it is a thing that is not going away anytime soon. But how exactly is AI affecting the music industry? How will it affect the music industry? And is it going to affect it in a good way or a bad way? Well, there's a lot of things to consider when asking that question. And honestly, there's plenty of both, right? There's plenty of good reasons it's going to affect us, and there's plenty of bad reasons it's going to affect us. But ultimately, we have to position ourselves in the right way to be able to handle it, to be able to maneuver around it, whether it affects us good or bad at certain points in times, all right? So let's just go over some of the benefits of AI, all right? First and foremost, one of the biggest benefits of AI, honestly, is being able to actually integrate AI with our marketing. Marketing is probably the hardest part for us independent artists to deal with, right? It's the part that most of us artists give up on 9 out of the 10 times, because it's really the business side of the music. Marketing can be very hard, all right? There's a certain way that you have to do it when it's catered to you as a specific artist. There's a certain way that you can gain attention. It's not just about paying for ads and hoping for the best. There's a lot that goes into marketing, right? And AI is a very, very great thing to help us when it comes to marketing, because AI can actually help the marketing process in so many ways by making it easier. It can actually find and fine-tune the marketing strategies and implement so many different strategies at the same exact time, right? It is so beneficial when you're looking at the marketing aspect of it. But that's not just it. Other ways that AI helps us as artists is they even help in the creation process of making music, all right? We all assume that AI is going to help when it comes to anything that has to do with numbers and math and things like that, like from marketing and checking out your stats and demographics and seeing what target audience listens to your music more. Of course, it's almost pretty safe to say AI can help with that. But it can actually help us in the artist side as well. And I'm going to show you different ways why, right? Currently speaking, there are tools out there right now, AI tools out there right now that can actually help you as an artist with your writing, right? They can actually formulate different bars for you to match whatever mood or to match whatever story that you're trying to tell in your song. There's AI out there right now that can actually do that. There's other AI programming right now that can actually come up with melodies that would make sense for the type of genre of music that you actually make right now. These things are very real and very present right now. There's a bunch of different AI tools right now that could literally just create a song, and by you just typing in the artist that you want the style in, right, and the type of lyrics that you want it to be about, and the AI will literally pump out exactly what you're looking for, right? If you don't believe me, just recently, if you follow hip hop at all, there has been a song well, it was really a diss track that was released, quote unquote, by Kendrick Lamar as a diss track to Drake. That diss track was not Kendrick Lamar. It was not official. Somebody actually created that using AI. But if you were to listen to it, you would think that it was Kendrick Lamar. And for a second, everybody thought that it was real. This is the power of AI. AI can literally take any artist's voice, right? You could actually put into the AI that artist's voice. I want it to sound like this artist. I want the song to be about this. I want it to be on a beat that sounds like this. And AI will literally pump out a result, right? Sometimes it takes more and more fine tuning to get it the way you want it. But the simple fact that you can do that, it can really help you with ideals and help you with different things when it comes to the actual creation process of making music. But that's not just it. AI also helps with the production side of music as well. There's a bunch of dope tools that's out right now to help with making beats, with making productions. There's AI right now that you can literally just put into BPM and the type of genre of music you want, and it'll just pump out a bunch of samples that all work together, right? And you could, mix and match them with other different samples, and it makes it super, super easy to make beats and to at least spark an ideal of a beat, or maybe make the bass line or the bass of a beat, and you could always add on to it, so on and so forth. These are all great benefits of AI, and actually it's a lot of great benefits that I actually think is very, very dope, and it really helps us as independent artists, right? Now, and some of you may be thinking, oh no, I don't want that, I don't want to do that, I want to do it all myself and things like that. Well, as an independent artist, you also have to consider that we need that help. And the reason I say that is because all of the major artists have that help, right? There's writing camps, there's people who come together and they fill a room with a bunch of writers and they all just write for a particular artist, right? Like, let's say a Rihanna, they even do it for hip hop, right? They have these writing camps where they just get a bunch of great writers, put them in a room together, and guys figure out a song, right? And they'll pump out a bunch of different songs and a bunch of different song ideas, and the artist literally just has to sit there and just pick the best ones, or the ones that he or she thinks is going to work best for them, right? And literally these writing camps, these people are writing with the intentions of that artist in mind. I've actually been to one of these things, and it's absolutely wild. Just to give you an example, like, let's say it's a Rihanna writing camp, right? They literally stick everybody in a room and say, write a song that you think Rihanna would do, or in her style, and they just get to writing, and her team just pick the best ones out of it, right? As independent artists, we don't have this infrastructure, we don't have this manpower, we don't have the budget to have things like this, right? This is not something that's very, very easy for us to accomplish as an independent artist, especially because we don't have the budget, right? But with AI, it evens the playing field, because we could literally get AI to do the same thing these artists are doing with actual people, right? This is another great example of how and why AI is going to be beneficial, especially to us as independent artists, because it levels the playing field, right? We don't have access to all of these producers, and all of these people with great ideas, but with AI, we could approximate that, right? So these are great benefits, and these are things that I'm actually the most excited about when it comes to AI being in the music industry, right? Now, we have to talk about the other side of that coin, right? The bad side of that coin, and how AI can actually hurt us, right? So going back to that example that I gave when someone literally released a diss track, saying that it was a Kendrick Lamar diss track, and it really was an AI generated song. That on the dope side is that you could do something like that, but on the flip side of it is very, very harmful to the artists themselves. Why? Because essentially speaking, people can literally make a song that sounds just like you, that has the exact same style that you have, release it and make money off of it, while everybody else is thinking that you as the artist is the one who actually made the song, right? It creates an environment for falsehood. It creates an environment of people cheating and people literally using other artists' identity and sound and everything like that to make a profit out of, right? This is very, very harmful for the artist, and it puts the artist in a position that their value is diminished, right? Because now I could just use AI to make a song that sounds just like Drake's, a song that Drake would do. Release it, it sounds just like him, and everyone's listening thinking it's Drake and it's not him, right? This is definitely very, very harmful to any artist who is major in the industry, right? It actually reminds me of the whole strike that was going on in the film world. We just recently got on the other side of the strike. The strike is over, but when it came to the film industry, there was a huge strike that was going on about a bunch of different things, from wages to this to that and the third. But one of those items, or one of those key issues that was also in that strike, is how the actors and stuff want to be protected when it comes to AI, because a lot of production companies and stuff like that, from their mind, they're looking at it this way: look, if I could just AI generate your voice and make it sound like you voice this character, then I don't actually have to pay you. I already know how you sound like. I could get source material of how you sound like already and just get AI to generate a carbon copy of that. I could have Denzel voice the sound of a cartoon character without even paying Denzel to do it, and it's gonna sound just like him, right? This was a concern for the artists, or for the actors, right? This was the big concern. People literally using AI for their voices, for their likeness, and all of those different things. This is an issue that I think is going to happen with the music industry as well. This is going to happen the same exact way, but it could happen a lot worse in the music industry, because in the film industry, sure, you can AI their voice, right? But how about their looks, right? Of course, there's CGI and things like that, and you could probably figure that out as well. But for the music, all you got to do is get the AI to sound like it. I could literally get an AI to sound just like Snoop Dogg, and nobody would tell the difference. It'll have his cadence, his flow, everything, his aneurysms, everything within the music, right? That's very, very dangerous to every artist, right? And so how is that actually going to affect us when it comes to the music industry? Is it going to hurt all the big name artists? Are we going to start losing originality because everybody is just making copies of artists that are already out just so that they can make a profit out of it, right? If I can make a new song that sounds just like Michael Jackson and everybody thinks it's a new song from Michael Jackson, even though he's not here anymore, it at least sounds like him, then that would be a huge come up, right? These are dangers of AI when it comes to the music industry. It's such an issue, in fact, that Universal Music Group has, if you don't know, Universal Music Group has parted ways with their partnership with TikTok. So anybody who's under Universal Music Group right now, you won't see their music on TikTok because they are no longer in a partnership. One of Universal's issues was, when it came to TikTok, is that they felt that TikTok wasn't doing enough to protect their artists from AI, because a lot of TikTokers are using those artists' voices and stuff to make songs and make videos behind them, and actually release videos and content on TikTok. And those people are getting paid for those things. Those things are getting millions of views, right? You're listening to this, you're watching this video on TikTok, and it has this Drake song in the background, but it's not Drake at all. It's someone who created it with AI, and they're getting paid off of that, right? This is money that's being missed or lost out for the artist who is actually under Universal. This is why this was a issue for Universal, amongst other issues. But this is one of those things that you have to look at and you be like, ooh, I could see how that could hurt me. Just imagine you yourself as an artist, you took so long to create your own unique style, your own unique sound. Nobody sounds like you. You make your music. Everybody starts loving you. You're getting bigger and bigger. Everyone starts knowing your name. And then you go to TikTok one day, or you listen to the radio and you hear a song that's your voice, that sounds just like you, that raps just like you, that sings just like you, that sounds exactly like you. and they even have your name attached to it, but you had nothing to do with that. That is the danger of AI, and that's not the only danger of AI. People can literally create fake artists now, right? You don't even need a lot of these artists, or a lot of artists don't even show their face much, right? So it's not like you need that to be famous as an artist. I'll give you a good example of that. The Weeknd, for the beginning parts of his career, nobody knew how he looked like. He released 3 different mixtapes and started growing a huge fan base, but no one had any idea how he looked like. He was able to build a whole fan base without showing his face one time. Look at the Gorillas. We've never seen them before. They are whole cartoon characters, right? They're a bunch of cartoon characters. Every time you think of them, you just think of the cartoons. We've never seen their faces. I'm sure if you searched it and looked into it more, you would find it, but you don't necessarily need to see their faces, right? Daft Punk, another great example, right? 2 guys in a whole suits looking like Power Ranger suits, right? We don't see their faces. Of course, again, if you wanted to research it, you could find it. But for the most part, most people never knew how they look like, or don't even know how they actually look like in real life. These are different ways that people can literally make music using AI, and you will never have to see who it is, and you don't even need the looks anymore, because you're literally using AI to generate some dope music. And in the case of Gorillas, AI can also generate cartoons now as well. So you could literally be the new Gorillas, and it wouldn't be hard for you to do at all, because it all could be AI generated. These are all dangers of AI. Now, ultimately speaking, like I said before, AI isn't going anywhere. You know, we're here now. It's begun, right? It's been unlocked, so to speak. So there's no way of putting it back in Pandora's box, obviously. And it's going to be a part of the music industry as well as any other industry for the rest of eternity at this point. But the question is, how is the music industry going to deal with it? How are the major record labels going to deal with it? What type of laws are going to be put in place to protect artists, to protect us, right? What type of laws that are going to be put into place to hinder sampling or stealing of people's music, right? Because there's laws that's put in place right now for copyrights and sampling other people's music and things like that right now. But what about AI, right? It's not a sample. I didn't sample it. I just made an AI. I just had the AI do something that sounds exactly like it, but I didn't take from this at all. I created this from scratch, even though it sounds exactly like this, right? There has to be something, I feel, that needs to be put in place to protect artists when it comes to AI, to protect producers, to protect beat makers and musicians and all of those different things. But only time will tell, right? Only time will tell how, if that will ever become in place, and how it will be, I guess, instrumented, right? But this is a big deal. This is things that we have to think about, especially when it comes to, you know, the cons of it, the pros of it. I feel like if you don't know anything about it, start doing some more research on it. And even if you don't dive into it from the creative side, at least looking into it from the marketing aspect, because AI has really helped push the pace forward when it comes to us marketing as artists, especially if we don't know how to do it, right? People are using AI to really attack algorithms on social media, to attack algorithms on Spotify and things like that, right? This is great for us as independent artists, right? But we have to look into it. We can't be afraid of it, and we got to see how it could benefit us, right? So these are all the things that is happening right now. These are things, and I'm sure there's even more things that's to come when it comes to AI in the music industry. But all in all, I am telling you guys right now, start familiarizing yourself with it. Start looking into it. Start researching it more. Start seeing how you could use AI to help your music career, whether it's on the creative side or the business side, right? You could even use AI right now to generate single covers. That's something that is actually real and is happening right now. You could literally take a picture of yourself, throw it into the AI and type in what type of single cover you want it to look like, and AI will pump it out and it'll look exactly like you wanted it, right? These are different ways you can use AI right now as we speak today. So start looking into it, start researching it, and of course, a lot of it isn't very expensive to use and things like that as well. Some of it is actually free, right? Look into it. You'll do yourself a disservice if you don't. stay ahead of the curve when it comes to this, because like I said before, guys, it's not going nowhere anytime soon. All right, but that's pretty much it, guys. That's what this video was about. It was just about AI and really just teaching you guys and letting you guys keep getting you guys up to speed and aware of how AI is affecting us right now and how it will be. All right, if you have any other things that you know that AI can benefit us or hurt us in, leave comments in the comment section below. Of course, I'm here. I'm here to build a community of independent artists so we can all learn from each other and grow with each other. So if you have any additional things that I didn't mention, leave it in the comment section below, because like I said, we're all here to help each other out as independent artists. All right. Now, also, if you're an artist who's looking into putting yourself in a position to leave your 9-to-5 job so that you can do music full-time like myself, then I strongly urge you to grab my ebook here, The 13 Steps to Jumpstart Your Music Business, because with this ebook, you'll actually be able to know all the steps that it took me to put myself in a position to leave my 9-to-5 job, and it'll be the same thing for you. If you don't know where to start, grab this right here, right? It's the same 13 steps that I took. This is what led to me actually doing music full-time. I've been doing music full-time for years now, and I want the same for every independent artist that I come across and every single one of my subscribers. So definitely grab that ebook. There's also physical copies of it as well. It's a little bit more expensive for the physical copies, but you can grab the ebook. It's a lot cheaper, and you can look it up in an iPad and everything, and you'll be able to use that as a roadmap for success so that you can leave that 9-to-5 job. All right, but that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you, of course, for tuning in. I hope this helps when it comes to you learning more about AI, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
I feel like Moses, big Moses. Yeah. Can nobody hold me? Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. I'm feeling like Daniel, Big Daddy. Yeah. Can nobody face me? Yeah. I feel like Joseph, Big Joseph. Yeah. Can nobody break me? Yeah.